in training, okay? Because we train and we train hard so that when it's time to actually trade, we know what the hell we're doing.
You have now stumbled into AmericanDreamTrading.com, where we trade shares and options. I will show you about swing trading, long-term trading, dividend stocks, high-yield income stocks, covered calls, cash secure puts, diagonal and credit spreads, debit spreads. I will teach you everything there is to know about the entire market. Oh my God, I love my job, I love my job, I love my job. I can't believe I get paid to help all of you get paid. This is such a wild thing.
What is up, American Dream Trading? Happy New Year, Happy New Year, Happy New Year. This is American Dream Trading's The Aftermarket live chat and watch party. I'm your host, J&J Video Reacts. Welcome to the new year, everybody. Woo! 2024 is here, baby, and we are ready to trade it, okay? Everybody in American Dream Trading, mwah, love you. Shout out to you. I missed you guys over the holiday. We're back, guys. We're back. We're here to make money, and we are going to kick some ass and take names in 2024. Give it up for yourselves. You made it that whole year trading. I'm coming up on my 1 year anniversary within the next couple weeks. I'm completely stoked. In fact, I think it may fall on my wife's birthday. My wife's birthday is January 15th, if I'm not mistaken, I joined the 14th, 15th, somewhere, I think it was the 14th actually. So a day before, but hey, pretty much, right? So welcome to the Aftermarket, the first one of the new year. Look, I'm excited about Friday. Friday, I want to have a whole year in review. I'm putting together some video clips from coaches' earlier live streams from earlier last year, and just going to try to put them in some type of chronological order. Again, if you guys want to send some type of testimonial or what coaches meant to you, we can see if Mark is, who's in the backstage, was Mark. I see the background, buddy. I love it. Send it to dawn@americandreamtrading.com. And we will go ahead and try to incorporate it in our little thing. Coach is also going to spin the wheel for us. He said he would do it and do Nate's giveaway. The donate is going to happen Friday, where Nate gives away a membership, a monthly membership to a monthly VIP membership to a new member who is deserving of that. So make your bids. You know, come on up to the panel, show your face, show what you're doing, talk to us, and you may end up earning yourself a free month of VIP just for doing that. So, what is this? This is a stream that's been created by traders for traders to just kick back and relax and talk about our day trading in the stock market. The good, the bad, and the ugly. All right, did you make money? If so, how'd you do it? Share. Because we like to learn, right? That's what this aftermarket is for, to continue our learning and trading, focus on coaches' strategies. Did you lose money? Let's find out why. Let's pick it apart. Who is our trainer? Well, the owner and complete head of honcho is Chad W. Christian. He is a 30-year stock market veteran who has platforms on YouTube, TikTok, what's up LinkedIn, what's up Facebook, what's up Twitch, how you guys doing? Twitter, not Twitter, X, what is up, people? Those of you watching on those platforms, how art thou? I'm only looking at the YouTube platform here in my chat, so I can only respond to those chats, but that'll be changing soon. So, but if you're out there and you're watching, welcome. If you are not a part of American Dream Trading, how can you become a part of it? Very simple. There's a link that has been pinned to the top of this chat, and it is none other than the AmericanDreamTrading.com link. Yes, that is our corporate logo. That is what it is. It is what it is, baby. If you want to be a part of it, click that link and you will become a part of American Dream Trading. So all you got to do is go in there and decide which membership you want. Right now, we got a couple of specials still carrying over from Christmas. We got VIP 50. Use code VIP 50. And if you want to get your first month half off, that's the way to do it. Type in that promo code. We have a VIP membership who is that includes every service known to man that Coach offers. I'm talking trading view indicators, hot stock picks first thing in the morning, early VIP Zoom access, and of course the one-on-one intimate style coaching sessions that we get every morning with Coach from 8:15 in the morning. So you can't beat that. I mean, oh, not to mention monthly workshop classes, which are stellar. Bruno just did one for us last week. I mean, it was amazing. It was amazing on support and resistance. So, hey, you can't beat that, man. You cannot beat that. So if you don't have a trading home, you need to get on there and sign up yesterday. So, yes, let's get it started. There are 3 links in the description of this video as well as in the chat of this video. The very first one is the AmericanDreamTrading.com, which is pinned to the top. The second one is click here to join the panel. I see I've got a few people waiting backstage now. If you want to come up here and talk to us and tell us about your day trading or what you've learned from Coach this year, that'll be Friday. We'll save that for Friday. But if you want to talk about your day today, come on up here, click that link and let us know. The only 2 things is you have to respect your panelists. No dissing people up here, and you've got to have your camera on so we can see your smiling, bright face, okay? So make sure you do that. Click that if you want to come up here and talk to us. And the last one, of course, is how I get paid. It is the host tip jar. So if you want to donate to the tip jar, it is much appreciated because it helps me keep the lights on, guys. So welcome. Let me see who's backstage. Let's see if we can get them in here. All right, we got Mark McSee. Check out the background, guys. Check him out. Check him out. He is killing it with that background. Mark, I love it.
Happy New Year. First show of the new year.
Happy New Year,
Happy
my
New
brother.
Year.
How are you? Who is that? Is that
Victoriano.
Victoriano? Happy New Year, my brother.
How are you? Happy New Year, Mark. Happy New Year, Don.
Happy New Year, honey. Love it. Love it, love it, love it. Mark, that is so cool. I love it. It looks like it's blinking. Oh, that's probably when you move, right?
Yeah, it's me moving fake backgrounds. I can't stand fake backgrounds. They're all right if you don't move around much, but
Right. That's why I don't do it. I would be having you know me, I'm a graphic. I would be doing it all day long. But I don't like the way the chroma, and that's probably because I don't have the light shining bright on me, which, you know.
yeah.
But, so how was your New Year, man? Listen, Mark, oh my God, listen. First, tell us how the New Year was. Then tell us about this stellar day you had, my friend, because you killed it today.
New Year's, I had a good time. Get together with family. My brother was up from Texas, come back up to Ohio. And he was here
cool.
for about a week and a
Turn the
half.
music down.
So we had a lot of multiple get-togethers. Got together Friday and watched the Buckeyes get trashed. And then wife made pork and sauerkraut for New Year's Day.
Okay.
Now we're back together.
Yes, we are. Missed
Welcome
you.
back.
All right,
What's
tell
that?
us about it, Mark. Tell us about it. I got it ready.
Pre-market trading. There was a couple runners pre-market. I know you did well, Don. I had one that I was in that had 650 shares of SGN. I got in kind of high. I mean, not high, but it was dead on at the time, but then it pulled back. So it dropped way down and I had to wait forever. It seemed like it came back up finally and it popped. And, so I got out of that for about a 4% gain. I mean, you're only talking, I don't know, $50 or something like that. It wasn't a lot of money because
It's green.
it's green. Started
It's green, baby.
First trade of the new year was green.
That's good.
Yes.
Second trade of the new year, I did the Qs a couple minutes, I don't know, 5 or 6 minutes after the opening. I can't, 4 to 6 minutes after the opening. Waited for it to make sure it was going to go one way. Got 10 contracts of the Qs and had over close to 74% gain on my money on that one. So,
Woo-hoo!
so I did like 24.50 today, I think maybe.
Jesus, man.
Well,
Woo! $2,450 for Mark McSee, man. Yes, you heard it. Kicked ass.
Wow.
a lot of money was made today by other people also. I mean, there was a lot of money.
Woo!
On puts. Started the day off on a puts.
Yeah,
It's
that's
only the
awesome, man.
beginning.
Victoriano, tell us what you did today, honey. Mark, that is fantastic, man. I'm so proud of
Yeah,
you.
that's
He is
awesome,
killing
Mark.
it.
Yes,
Nobody's saying Mark's scared to trade. Not now. Mm-mm.
it's amazing.
Don't prove us wrong. Don't go back to the other way either. Stay there.
Uh,
Kill it. Kill it. You'll be a millionaire inside of a year.
yeah,
Guaranteed.
I shut the computer off at 10 o'clock. I was done. So.
That's how you do it, man. That's how you do it. I knew he had it in him. Didn't you, Victoriano?
Well, yeah. Today
Yeah.
I did a
No brainer.
pretty well. I did took a little bit of notes, like focus. All I did was just observe the market, and
Okay.
I saw ROI, which is that's Don's ROI.
How did it get to be my stuff? I'll take it.
You've been taking money from him every day. What do you expect?
It's either that or CCC.
Yeah.
Right?
Quad C's, yeah.
Oh, it popped around, at 4:20 in the morning. So I like to take track of having note of what time usually you get those pops. It seems to be every day, almost not the same, but you have the ballpark figure where it usually pops or either goes high.
That's what
or
I
low.
discovered with it last week. I noticed that a couple of days it did it at 1:30, and that last day it did it at like 11 o'clock in the morning. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Well, actually, no. I think it was still in pre-market when it popped, right before the market opened. So it does it at different times. But you're right. I discovered that same thing, Victoria. It does have a nice big pop at least once a day.
And one thing that I do in the pre-market, I put my buy where I know I want to buy when just in the woods or in the weeds, right?
I love
Knowing enough that when it comes to around 8 o'clock, it goes that spike up and down. You'll probably catch me if you actually go as down as I predict, but I don't want to say that. And that's just a way to start the day.
That's
But,
awesome, man.
I slow. And that's what I've been practicing lately. And
Okay, we're gonna give you the belt for the practice.
All right.
thank you. Patience.
That's right. That's how you learn. You're not gonna learn if you don't have patience.
Correct.
That's
That
what's
is
great about the
probably-
pre-market. That's what's great about the pre-market. Things move slow at first, and they bam take off. So you got to wait.
Yep. That's what I love about it. That's the time too. If you're gonna really learn and use the L2 strategy, that's one of the best times to learn it. You know what I mean? When it's not moving all herky jerky and it's not as fast, and trust and believe, that is, that is one of the reasons why I believe Nate has been so successful with it and been able to master it. And you too, Mark, is because you guys, you stare at it and you pick it apart and you use it along with Coach's 2-minute EWO training and the support and resistance training that we get from Coach. Coach has done videos on the L2, what it means. And it's a basic indicator, but it has done so much for a lot of us in this group, and it's really simple. So thank you, Coach, for putting it out there. Thank you, Mark and Nate, for enforcing it, and helping us all, because it helped me. This morning, I did get into ROI. I think I made like $15 on it, and that was huge for me because it, I put up how much to get that? I think like 35, something like that. So yeah, it was a pretty big gain. So I don't go in huge. I got 100 shares, whatever that equated to, the price at the time. So you got to get a minimum 100 shares if it's under $1. So, but either way, it's really helping me to get in there and chart it out, Mark. I look at the levels. Where is it hit more than 2-3 times, just like Coach trained us to do. And then I go down and try to match it up with the L2 and see if there's orders at that support level.
Right.
And if it is, that's where my order goes. If it's low enough and I see where it is, I just want to make sure that I'm getting in. Entry point is key. Coach stresses that. You stress it. Nate stresses it. Entry is key. If you get in low enough, it's going to pick you up, and you're going to end up, as soon as it moves up, you're going to be making money, you know?
Yep.
So,
Yeah, that's what's nice about the pre-market. It gives you time to chart out your support and resistance lines, and then you can watch the volume come in, and you can see it in the L2 where they're coming in at, where it's going to pull down to. You know, It kind of gives you a predictor of where the price is going to go at any given time. It changes all the time too, so it's nice.
yes.
I like it.
I do too.
There's Vinny.
DJ Vinny, what's going on, bud? Happy
What's
New Year.
happening?
Happy New Year, my friend.
Happy New Year to y'all.
How are you?
Good, good.
How'd you do today?
Terrible.
Uh-oh, what happened? Talk to us.
I don't know. Coach will make me run laps if I tell it.
That's how we learn.
You know, you want to put it out there so he can help you out. You know, you can take a spanking. You took one already.
I did help myself. I kind of went against everything that I've taught, or everything that I've watched and listened and learned, and I went against it. Don't ask me why I did it, and it cost me like $240. So I said, "That's it. I'm going to walk away." So I walked away, went outside, took down the Christmas lights, and about 13:30, somewhere around there, I came back in the house, and I'm like, I'm going to kick this spy's ass. So I got back on, and I rode from the 272.74 down to 470.49. Thank you, EWO.
Good deal,
I shall never doubt thee again.
I thought you said you did bad. What happened?
Well, the beginning was horrible. So at the end of the day, I made my money back, and
yeah, you did,
and a little bit more. But
the trend is your friend. You go against.
I lived and learned. Well, I got in on the wrong end of the trade, is what I did. I got in on the wrong end of the trade this morning, and it cost me. But I said, just walk away, take a breather. You'll get over it.
For a minute. How do you think that happened? Did you journal it?
No, in the morning I didn't. I had everything, all my lines and everything mapped out, and I don't know what I did.
That shouldn't have happened.
I think I bought calls when I should have been buying puts, which was on the other screen. So, like Mark, how you have all your screens and you can see everything, I got one. So I got to flip-flop back and forth. And I was doing it at a high pace.
Yep.
And I think that's what I did. I bought calls instead of puts. And then when I went back to look, because I knew I was making money, right? Well, I thought I was. And I went back and looked, and I was like, oh, shit. So I found my mistake. I found my mistake. So I just took a breather, came back to it, and nailed it.
Nice. Good job. Bruno, what is going on, brother? Happy New Year.
Can you hear us, Bruno?
Can't hear us.
You can't hear us?
Just kidding.
Oh,
you can't.
What's going on, man?
I'm just answering some of these tickets.
All right, ticket master. You are the ticket master,
right? Hanging out in the aftermarket, still covering tickets. You guys down in the chat, you better put up the love sign for Bruno down there. I'm telling you. Let's check out who's in here tonight. All right, so once again, I apologize for not. Listen, I feel like such a brain dead idiot. Why don't I just pull those sites up and go look at the chat? I could do that. I literally just thought about that. I'm like, what the hell's wrong with me? I don't have to have.
Hey, Mark.
Main thing.
Hey, Mark.
Yeah, sir.
When you buy the Apple, when you do Apple contracts, I know you can't do them every day, but like I bought some today. Now, can I cash those, or can I sell those before Friday?
You shouldn't be holding them overnight, period. How many days out did you buy them?
Oh, shit. For Friday. because it would only, that was the
what's
early.
coach's rule? What is coach's rule?
I know, but that was the earliest.
You got to say what is coach's rule on buying
Right.
contracts.
Right. You don't
If
hold
you're
them
going to
overnight.
well, if you hold them overnight, how far out do they have to be?
I don't know.
90 days or more.
Wow, how do you not
Oh.
know that? He says it all the time, man.
Right.
Then you gotta listen, man.
Because I never buy Apple.
Well, it's not just Apple; it's any contract.
Yeah.
If you're going to,
Right.
I mean, it's not that you're going to, if Apple shoots up tomorrow, you're going to make money, but
But I mean, you can sell that
against you're going against the dreaded Greeks.
right,
now
but you
they're
can sell them anytime tomorrow, right?
turn the open market. Yeah.
You can get rid of them before Friday. Is what I'm asking.
You don't want to wait till Friday; it'll be worthless.
Well, unless they're up.
Well, they're going to have to go up a lot. They're going to have to climb.
Right.
What is it? What do they lose? 15%, 20% a day?
Oh, they were down by $8, I believe. $8.94 they were down.
Well, what I'm saying though is, if you buy it for $1, it's got to be up 15% more than $1 tomorrow to stay
Right.
even with the game. I think it's, I don't know.
Right.
That sound about right, Bruno? 15% average. I know every stock's different, but
It's like right now, my ones for Friday, I'm up 42%, 42.86%. But I can
Alright.
sell them before Friday, right? Okay.
Nate, what's up, man?
Okay.
Not much. How's everybody doing?
Nate,
Good.
Happy New Year's, Nate.
Happy
Happy
New Year.
Year's.
Hey, Nate.
Go ahead.
Huh?
Go ahead.
Go ahead. I was just
No,
about to say, do you mind if I do a quick roll call? Because Vinny just straight cut me off when I was actually
I'm
about
sorry.
to do that.
No,
Good
go
job,
ahead.
Vinny.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. You know my time is limited.
Shut up, Mark. Go ahead, Nate. Say what you got to say, bro. That can hold off. I'll do it. How you doing?
I'm doing good. I just wanted to call in and congratulate Mark on his banner day, because that's what I like to hear. Because Mark,
I know that's right.
skittish about getting in the trades. When you hear stuff like that, man, I'm happy for you. Yeah,
Good job.
how'd you do,
Starting
Nate?
it off right in the new year.
I did okay today. I did about $4,000, so
Good.
Yeah,
Just $4,000.
yeah.
Tell me you didn't get back
Wow.
into that LBPH or whatever it was after the market opened. Or did you? I didn't
Yeah.
look. I closed my
I
computer
did.
at 10. I closed my computer at 10, so I have
Yes.
no idea what it did.
Yes, I did. That's what I traded, and I saw the writing on the wall, and I got in and rolled it all the way up.
Wow.
Holy crap! That thing went to
Good job.
$27. Oh,
Wow.
closed it.
Is that the one from this morning that was at like $12?
Yeah, $10
Yeah.
at
Good
one point.
God Almighty.
Good
Yeah.
Lord,
Wow.
Wow.
that's
That
too rich for
thing
my blood. I'm too rich
killed
for my
it.
blood.
Yeah, the writing was on
Good.
the wall. It was a good trade. For
I
anybody
mean, if
that
I had
wants-
just gotten 10 contracts of that, good God, man.
yeah,
Woo!
Yeah.
They're not all penny stocks, guys.
yeah, not
All
all
right.
penny stock.
I have trained my brain to just look for those, but sometimes I forget. You can get those ones for $5 or $6 or $1 and some change, and really like kill it with some of those if you have the buying power.
There was no options on those anyway.
Yeah.
Didn't have options.
Woo! Shout out to
Good
Miguel
job, Nate.
Lara.
But that's
Shout
what I
out to
wanted
Miguel
say.
Lara. What you think about Nate's move, Miguel Lara? $4,000. We got people up here making some serious money. We got DJ Vinny, we got Victoriano, we got Bruno, we got freaking the two kingpins over here, Mark with 2,400 and Nate with $4,000. I'm like, what is going on in ADT January 2nd?
Bruno did
Wow.
good today. Bruno was in the trade today. I couldn't believe it. I was like, what in the world?
Talk to us, Bruno. What'd you do today? Because I mean, come on.
He was in your favorite stock, Don.
Oh, ROI, right?
Yep.
Yeah, that ROI, good return on investment.
Did it? Good.
He said it didn't.
Mike Clark over on YouTube. Welcome. See your little hand, little wave. Welcome.
Yes. I'm gonna
How'd
go
you
ahead
do,
and get to
Bruno?
that.
Well, aside from the Tesla that I have open right now, it's still down. So, but I know I'm confident it's going to come back up. But
Not like a good dose of hopium.
that's all.
Hopium.
Hopium.
What's up, Kyle J? Good to see you, brother. John L, welcome. Gilly85, welcome. Diesel Dan, American Dream Trading runs on Diesel Dan. Welcome, my brother. We got Carolyn Chicken Wraps. What's up, Carolyn Chicken Wraps? How you be? Happy New Year to everybody. We got Farah. Hey, Farah, how you doing, darling? Let's see. I think that. Nope. Who else? All right, we got Boris down there. What's going on? Steve-O! What's happening, Steve-O? Brad James, Special K. Happy New Year to everybody. Mike Clark. Welcome, Mike Clark. That's what Bruno just said. Hey, Freddie Gonzalez. What's up, Freddie? Paula at the beach. What is going on? Eric Smoto, let's go! Woo! Everybody's in the house. Darn Cricket. I love the name. Darn Cricket. Love it. Arlo!
I gotta get me some of them grapes.
Arlo, what's going on, honey? How you doing, baby girl? That's my sis right there. And I think that might be Kektm. Kektum. What's up, Kektum? How you doing? I don't know if it's a male or female, so we're just gonna say how you doing. Patience for pennies. Love that name. Patience is what we all need this year. If we're going to be trading, we're going to be trying to get in, we got to have some patience. Make sure you guys are using that. Timo, what up, Tim? How you doing, baby? Love it. Who else we got in here? I think that might be, yeah, we came to that. Hey, we got everybody who matters in here and then some. Guys, don't forget to smash that like button, or Mark McC has got a box of innocent kittens waiting. Okay.
55 watching, only 31 likes. Why do 24 people not like DJ?
If you listen really close, you'll hear a little mouse trading in the after hour.
A little mouse. Who would that little mouse be, Bruno?
That would be Nate. Come on, sucker.
Oh, it is. What are you trading, Nate?
He's gone.
Oh, he's back.
Yeah, he's gone.
He vanished.
Nate dipped out.
Well, let's see what's moving in there. Take a look real quick, and we'll figure out what he's trading.
Let's look, shall we? Is anything moving in the aftermarket? So this is kind of like what we do in the pre-market. So what are we doing, Mark? Top gainers, right? And then after hours?
Yeah, you got to change it to after hours. Wow, there's a micro float. Wonder if you got in on that one.
Uh-oh.
What is that? SASI?
Yeah, I got to name stocks, but yeah. There's a couple of micro floats moving if you got in at the beginning. Yeah, you got in on them at that. You got in on them early. You're doing pretty right now. Good.
Wow. Okay.
Did anybody else? How do we know if anybody else made money in ADT today?
Profit and loss.
How do they do that? They go into the Discord and post it, or is it just magically appear?
What they do. That's exactly what they do.
Oh, all right. Would you like?
Are there any in there today? I would.
Well, let's take a look. We got. Well, I put mine in there already. We already heard that. It's old news. Bubbles. Oh, Bubbles. 31.94. 3,194. Way to go, Bubbles.
Woo! Way to go, Bubbles.
David, 5.3% on his total account on Apple. Apple puts. Josh Lee, up 13% on QQQ.
Shout out to Josh Lee. Good job, Josh.
Future Trader, he's hammering here lately too. AMD and Apple for almost $900. And got my Qs on my QQQs.
Go, future trader.
JP, 48% on the QQQ.
QQ. Good job, JP.
USA Tour. Wow. $2,695.78
People
On
making money in
Tesla.
ADT.
on Tesla,
Yes.
Google, and LBPH. Tebow, 2.63% total account.
Good job, Tim. Way to go,
Two.
Timo.
Plus, he did he closed up a cash secured put. Good for you, Timo. You're hitting
Okay.
right too. That boy's going places.
Yeah, he is. Big time.
Caitlin, Meta, 120% green.
Nice.
The Hulk.
Woo.
He made money on LP, whatever that one is, LBPH. He made come out green on that for about $60.
All right. Way to go.
Boss, 3.5% total account. NVIDIA, there's one, NVIDIA.
Nice.
And PEB, PEB, made $18 on SPY.
All right.
He says he chickened out and got out a little early, but that's okay. No fun with green is green, brother. Green is green.
It happens.
A win's a win.
Green is green.
A win's a win.
Whisperer.
That's right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Follow the rules. That's it. That's all it's supposed to.
Good segue.
How do you learn to do that?
Only an American Dream Trading.
Only at American Dream Trading, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely. Happy New Year. All right, speaking of coaches' rules, let's run through them real quick. First off, please, if you're a brand new trader, don't trade with real money. And rule number 1 is don't lose more than 1 to 3% of your account. If you don't have any money, you can't trade. Rule number 2 is do not, and we repeat, do not have more than one red day in a row. Don't be this guy. If this is you, you need to stop trading and start training. Rule number 3. If you are not a master trader, you should be using Coach's 2-minute EWO strategy, which teaches you entry points and how to hold on to a winning trade. Do not try scalping. It is not for the weak of heart. Rule number 4, don't, and I repeat, do not trade more than 1 to 5 times a day. Mark, can you explain why for us?
Oh, I would be more than happy to, Don, because then you start over trading. Number 1, you tend to give the money gains that you already have back to the market. Number 2, you're exposing your total account to loss. And number 3, when you lose, you tend to, well, I made 1 too many trades. I shouldn't have done it. So I'll make 1 more to revenge trade and break even, and I'm done. Well, that never happens. And it ends up being a never ending cycle, and you go home with nothing.
Boom. Period. Rule number 5. Small position size. Small position size is key. Why? Because when you trade, I did the wrong one. Trade more, trade less. Yes, let's keep it with that theme. When you smaller position sizes, guys, offer greater reward with less risk. It lets you trade with a lot less stress, and you gain more with that. Rule number 6, if you're not familiar with options, please do us a huge favor. Nate, the gentleman that was up here just a few minutes ago, has become a millionaire just trading shares. You don't have to do options, guys. If you don't have the account size to do cash secure puts and cover calls, if you don't know what you're doing with options, you don't have to. Just trade shares. All right. And last but not least, all trades are risky. So remember to use your stoppage.
Stoppage?
Wow. All right. So I do have a video on tap from Carter. Do we want to watch that?
Yes, I do.
Okay, so it is
I just
You know
watched
what?
it.
Did you?
Yep.
Good. You get to watch it
Love
again.
that one. I love it.
Cool beans. Probably because it was the top for the day, so he must have just released it. So we're gonna look at
It's an
EWO
all
entry
star.
training, guys. All right, let's do it, Vinny.
And then on that 2-minute EWO, do you get in just right as the second candle gets larger, or at the end of the second candle if it's larger? What do you prefer that?
A great question. So now I always say second candle because there's no other way to say it, but it doesn't have to be the second. It could be the fourth candle. It could be the fifth candle. As soon as one candle is larger than the previous candle, I hammer it right when it gets bigger. I don't have to wait. I don't have to wait for it to finish. I don't need any of that. As soon as I see a candle that's gotten bigger than the previous candle, I can enter it. Because the longer you wait, now you'll get more confirmation the longer you wait, but you're also not in the trade, right? And if it's already done all the hard work of flipping from one side to the other, what are you waiting for, right?
Right.
So
Hey,
now
thanks.
right
I
here.
appreciate that.
Yeah, absolutely. Now right here, you guys are in a good place because if this changes colors, which it just did, and it stays below VWAP, I'm out. I don't need to wait 25 to 40%. You could be down 2%. If that holds below VWAP and I got in anywhere, I'm out.
That's one of the hardest disciplines to follow. Gets below
Yes, it is.
the other side of VWAP from where you're at, out. If it breaks and holds.
Absolutely. It really is. Who did we just let in?
I didn't let nobody in. I don't have the power.
I did.
Nobody do here.
I thought I let somebody in. That's weird. Hold on one second. Oh, maybe that was Bruno. Did you go back out, Bruno?
Nope.
Huh. That's weird. I just let somebody in. That's weird.
Well,
And they
I'd-
disappeared.
I'd say you're seeing things, but you probably can't.
Ha ha, very funny. But you know what? You know what, Mark? Seriously? We're gonna have issues.
I know.
We're gonna have issues.
You
All
love
right,
me,
let's
you
see
know.
what else. Yeah, maybe. All right, where else? What else did Carter put out there for us today?
By
Man,
the way,
I'll tell
Dawn,
you one.
since
Yeah.
me and you hung out to probably talk more this year than I talked to my wife, I get to claim you on my income taxes.
As long as I get a cut.
It'll be a year
Okay.
for me, January 8th or 9th, I think.
Really? So you just beat me by like a week. Wow.
I made my first paper trade on January 9th
Last year?
last year. Yep.
Nice.
Wow.
So a week away.
Did we just? Oh well, whatever. I'm like,
I followed for 9 months, joined, and the first week, I think it was, I did my first cash option trade.
Mm-hmm.
Only here in American Dream Trading.
All right, there it is. I love the way you guys have it down pat, like commercials.
He had another one that I saw just. Oh, Shelby.
Is it this one?
I think so. It's where it's all green. I think that's it. I think that's it. Yeah, I think that's it. When the exit. Yeah. Yep.
Cool. By the way, make sure you guys look at these YouTube videos because Carter puts a lot of time and effort into them. Shout out to Carter. Happy New Year, Carter! Thank you for the videos, buddy. We love them.
So let's look at this right here on Apple. We'll go, well, there's two sets here. We're going to do the green just to make it easier for now. What this means, everybody new to the 2-minute EWO. We have to find the first candle, the second candle beyond the set of candles. So you're looking for a candle that is taller, and then yes, that is the entry. If I look at these first set of candles, you see how they're all flat and they're the same? I don't want no candles that are the same. The reason is just like this. None of these are an entry candle. You guys all see these? These are garbage. So the reason is we wanted to have a move, which you can see right here. You see how this one is bigger than this one? So we're looking for a candle larger than the first, I always say the first candle because we got to have some kind of starting point, right? So when I say second candle, all it means is it could be 1, 2, 3, 4, there could be 5, and then boom, there it is. Right? It just means it's the second candle that is obviously, bigger than the first set, but it's hard to explain that. So I always just say second candle. So that's what it means. So great question. Now let's break this down. Let's look at your trade. Let's look at the full.
How many of you guys took that literally when he first started explaining it? Like when you first learned the 2-minute EWO, you literally thought it was the second candle, right?
Mark fixed that for me because I thought it was the second candle, and Mark said no when the one behind it is bigger than the one in front.
Yeah, and then on top of it, I even thought it was the candles up top on the chart. I didn't even get into the EWO bars, and that is the EWO. Elliott Wave, that is what that is. So yeah, I felt like an idiot. A couple months in, I finally picked up on it.
I've seen that thing for years, never knew how to trade with it, but I learned it here only at American Dream Trading.
Yes, sir.
.com.
2-minute EWO on Apple. All right, so we can get an idea of what's going on. And I'm going to show you this trade. First set right here. Is it larger? Sure. It's kind of tough. It's been red the whole time, but that's okay. Let's say by some crazy chance you jump in on this, you get in here, you get burned. Now, I heard you talking about percentages. If you were in a call and this breaks down and you get all these big giant bloody candles and it's already changed color, you don't need to wait 25%. You don't need to wait 6%. It's already telling you, get out, get out, get out, long candle, get out. Do you see what I mean? It's just in the questionable. And we'll say right here, let's say you're like, oh, I'm on the fence. So here's your first trade, junk. Here's your second trade. I don't even know if I would get in this. You guys see any of these that are forming longer than the other? It's just, I mean, that's terrible, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
And it's loitering around VWAP. The other thing that I always tell you guys is never trade if it can't leave VWAP. The reason is because it'll just sit here and chop up around that level, right? It doesn't know what it wants to do. Now, it could keep touching, and it breaks through. Well, if that's the case, you're going to then start getting the candles that it should look like, right? Nice longer candles. Great. So first trade, junk. Second trade, no way I'd get in it. Third trade, I get in on this one or this one. Do you see it? Here's your payday. Check it out. See this? There's your payday. See it? So here comes the other rule is we don't cherry pick our trades. Well, what do you mean by that, coach? I mean, we go with what the trades give us. So here's what I mean by this. You're like, oh, I got in this one and I got burned. And then I got in this one I shouldn't have, but I got burned. I'm not taking this one. We already know it was sitting around VWAP, right? And that sucks. We don't want it. But if you look at right here and right here, do you see how it broke above VWAP? That's 1 star. The trend is now moving to the upside. There's another star. I think it broke the 200 right here. That's another star. You see how we're building momentum. The candles are getting big. That's another star. You broke the double right here. There's another star. You see how we just mentally add on and add on and add on?
Yeah.
So we're like more and more and more and more and more confident in this trade. So even if it does these little pullbacks, we don't care. We leave them alone. I mean, you're in an 80-star trade. Like, why do I care? It does this. Who cares? Does that make sense? Now that I showed you how to enter, I want to show you how to get out because this is the next thing. People are always like, oh, coach, it was a suit. I was up 800%. And at the end of the day, I lost.
Dude, this video is fire. I hope you guys are taking notes.
Lost all my money. And I'm like, So one of my rules is we don't ever let a green trade go red. What I mean by that is since you bought in down here, You got to have some sort of stop that was above what you paid, so it can never come back, right, and ding you, no matter what this does the rest of the day. Do the shedding technique. It is 50%, 20%, 20%, 10%. What this means is, let's say I bought in here, and for whatever reason, you're just like, I'm scared, and it pulls back. You shed half. It goes up. It pulls back. You shed half. It goes up. It pulls back. You're like, I'm still panicking. I just can't hold it. And you get rid of that. Now all you have is 10%, and you can let it do whatever you want it to do. Does that make sense?
Yep.
Because we're doing it for a couple reasons. We get to collect at each moment. And the nice thing is, if it does fully reverse, you get a knife drop. Well, guess what? Because you're not full weight of the trade anymore, and it knife drops at 10%, you ain't going to be out crap. It ain't going to hurt you one way or the other. It's 10% of the original trade. You've already collected 90% of that whole trade. If it like Apple just like crashes and burns, you know, what is that? 10% of the trade. Does that make sense?
Woo! Can't beat that. That's the kind of education that we get every morning at American Dream Trading. Those of you that are brand new down in the chat, that's the kind of training we get every morning with Coach. It's a very one-on-one, intimate style type training that we get where he's sharing his screen and Carter clips those and puts them on YouTube for us. But that's what we get every morning live with him. So you need to hurry up and join ASAP. Ain't that right? Ain't that right,
That
y'all?
is 100% correct.
All right.
You are right as always, Dawn.
Don't try to bite now. You already said it. You already called me Stevie Wonder. I'm really feeling that background. You got me wanting to go out. Listen, dude, Yellowstone is killer.
I started watching that today. I got 5 episodes in already.
Did you? Isn't it?
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, Kevin Costner is sick, man. I love John Dutton. He is not to be messed with. Oh, man. But I have to admit, my favorite character is Beth. Beth is no joke.
I think she's looked like she's everybody's favorite.
You're right.
You know what I mean?
Killer. Yeah. Beth is killer. I feel sorry for the younger brother though. She holds no. She is just crushing his soul. Oh man. So Bruno, what'd you do for New Year's? You went to Jersey?
What do you mean I went to? I'm still here.
Oh, that's right. God.
I'm just waiting for her. I'm just waiting for her to walk through that door and say, "What you been doing all day? Hanging out in stocks?
Taking a nap."
Who's that, your mom?
Dishes are done. Laundry's folded. Bed is made. What more do you want?
You can't beat that.
And
you would be a perfect house husband.
I mean, like the house is spotty.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
I'll never forget the very first time I heard that phrase. My grandfather said it. My grandmother was joking with him years ago about doing the dishes. He said, that there, sucking on a cigar, that there's woman's work.
Like,
that there's woman's work. I'm like, oh God.
You can't say that. You can't say that to her. You can't say that to her. She'll be like, what? What?
Oh, yeah, I don't say that to my wife either.
I don't say that. I help out. I just took out the trash. I just moved some stuff down to storage for over the holiday parties. We've been going to party after party. It's like she likes doing these charcuterie boards and doing all this.
A what? A what?
Charcuterie.
How do you spell that? What the heck is that?
Dude, that's why Arlo and I are sisters. I'm unhappily a housewife too, because Jen is always at the computer working. She works a customer service job, and I'm always in here. But because she can't get up when she wants to, and I do, I'm making the coffee, I'm putting out the trash, I'm making sure the cats are, well, she makes sure the cats are fed usually. But, you know, if the house needs to be like kind of cleaned up a little bit, I'm doing that. So, hey, it is what it is. That trading, listen, she lets me trade. She's working over there, so I get to sit in here with you guys. You wonder why I'm in here all day. Okay? I mean.
Because you like me?
Yeah, you know, it is. But she allows me to do that by her busting her ass and working the job. She's like, yeah, go ahead, get that down, you know, because you're the one that's going to save us from the 9 to 5 bullshit. You know what I mean? So it works. It works. So I'm happy to do it. You know what I mean? I'm happy to do it.
I like doing stuff around the house. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Hey man, it's therapeutic for me. I can get into a serious house cleaning and zone out. I got my little jazz on or heavy metal, whatever I feel like listening to that day, and I just zone out and do the whole house. I mean, it helps cleanse my soul, really, without getting all deep about it.
I just got to be left alone, though. You can't.
Yes. Don't offer to help. I got it.
Yeah. No, I'm saying, like, if I start doing something, she comes over, she tries to, like, micromanage that. I'm like, no. Either I'm doing it by myself or you're doing it. And if I'm going to go sit on the couch. So
I don't have to deal with that thing, guy, because Jen and a cleaning piece of apparatus is like it's got the plague.
Yeah, she's she's very meticulous. Like, everything has its spot. Like, come on, like, look at this. Like everything, she's very, very, like, even the Christmas tree is special, you know, like, that's not an ordinary, look at this, that's not an ordinary Christmas tree. I mean, like, look at this thing. I mean, the lights are not even on, but, like, you ain't gonna see a Christmas tree like this. Like, she's very, very, like, that's a lot of work.
Good
very
God.
Detailed. Somebody got me one of these. Can't see it really.
Wasn't that on Christina's tree?
Like, she's this will put Christina's tree to shame. Let me tell you. She's very hold on, this thing's really nice. I can't touch it though because it's got like artificial snow on it. And it's gonna go everywhere.
She's on her way home. Don't touch nothing.
It seems like this. There we go. No. She'll tell. She'll be like, you were touching the tree, weren't you?
Wow, really?
She'll see it on video. She's probably reviewing it.
Oh, look at that.
That looks nice.
That is gorgeous.
Yeah, she's very she's good. She's got good taste though. I'll never say this to her face because she'd be like, you never compliment me like that in private.
Do you have anything round in that room? Everything's rectangular.
No, there's some round stuff. I bought her some flowers the other day. I thought I was having a baby.
Really?
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Did you say you thought you were having a baby?
Huh?
No, I thought she was. I thought this was it. I thought this was it.
Better figure out what caused that.
What the hell's going on up in here? I thought this was it. I thought I was going to be a father.
Wow. Well, it's coming.
Did I just?
You're gonna be a great daddy.
Did I just kill the mood up in here?
No, you're gonna be a great daddy.
I've been there, done that, dude. I don't want to do it again. I don't even want kids visiting my house anymore.
And this is public. Oh my God! If they happen to catch this,
good to see.
Not my kids. Not my kids. Other kids. Other kids.
Other kids.
Yeah, I don't see my kids. They live all the way across the country. So
I love kids, even when they're screaming. Even when they're screaming at the top of their lungs.
Yeah, kids are cool. I mean, I literally will get down on the floor and play with toys with them, especially Legos. Oh my God. And Play-Doh. I'm a sucker for Play-Doh.
You like eating the Play-Doh. Come on, tell us.
Not anymore.
You like eating? Not no more? Okay. Nothing that smells better than
that's funny you said that because I always make food.
Smell the Play-Doh. You never forget that smell.
I love that smell. I can smell it now just as you said that.
Yep.
I was such a little tomboy. I had the little fire truck that would put the shapes out and all of that. But yeah, I love Play-Doh.
I got to leave here shortly. I got rehearsal tonight. So tomorrow at 8:30 a.m. we have a Fed speaker. They couldn't be quiet for more than a week and a half. So we have a Fed speaker speaking tomorrow. We have manufacturing data coming out at 10 a.m. The Fed speaker's at 8:30, so it won't really hurt us there. And manufacturing data coming out at 10 a.m. And so just be careful at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Other than that, they're releasing the Fed minutes from the last meeting at 2 p.m. in the afternoon.
Okay.
And that's about it. So there's some things could potentially affect the market a little bit tomorrow. But we trade, what's Coach say? We trade whatever the market gives us. We don't care if it goes up. We don't care if it goes down. We don't care if it goes all around. We trade whatever the market gives us on a day-to-day.
Don't try to be on my grape high. Don't do it.
I gotta give me some of them grapes.
I'm telling you, man, I've been eating grapes for 2 days straight. I love it.
We could tell this morning that he was on grapes again in the pre-market. Yeah. Somebody even said something, I think. She must be on
Ralph.
Oh, Ralph. You eating them grapes again?
Oh my God, so much energy. So much energy. God, my stomach is growling now. I'm doing a complete grape fast. That's all I eat.
Good for you. I had pork and sauerkraut today. Big old plate.
I used to love, oh my God, that was one of my favorites back in the day. Now I eat it without the pork, but the pork does flavor it. I'll give it that.
Oh yeah. My wife made me such a big plate. Second day, it's even better, you know. She made me such a big plate. I almost took a picture of it, but I just didn't want to be one of them people.
Oh my God, shut up. My wife is one of them people. Everything we get, she has got, like if I make something and it has some decent little color to it. And oh my God, hold on. I'm ready to chow down. And Jen, stop the presses. I must take a picture of that. But I'll give her that. She should have been a photographer. She's good at it.
Yeah, but she has a channel dedicated to a diet.
Food, yep. And we used to deliver food, so she used to do it for ads for us. So she's good at it.
Yeah, I don't really care what my brother had for supper tonight. I don't really care to see that. That's probably why I'm not on social media anymore. That's why I ditched it. I got tired of it. Actually, I got tired of seeing everybody driving around their Maseratis and going to Hawaii and everything, and me feeling it affected my mental health. So I had to cancel on.
That's all right. You're in your way. That's not you anymore. That's the old you.
Oh yeah, no, I could care less what anybody else does. What they do don't affect my life one iota.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
No,
that's
so we're looking. So usually they say what? There's the first week or so of the new year is usually pretty good, and typically January and February are slow trading months. But we don't let those statistics affect how we trade. We're going to trade whatever the day brings us. Stocks
every day there's a runner.
Up. Stocks go up, stocks go down every single day, hour by hour, minute by minute.
Every day there's a runner somewhere. I've noticed that. Just because your stock's not running doesn't mean there's not a runner. You know, that's one of the things I love about the fact that we have 13 stocks that we kind of follow and kind of go after, you know, and everybody veers off and does their own little thing according to their account size. But you know, having those 13 to kind of at least get the ball rolling, something is, and there's something for every account size in there. So something is going to get the ball rolling, you know, in that group.
And without naming member names, there's about every one of the 13 or more stocks that we regularly follow and chart out. There's usually one or two people that are watching it constantly. So they keep you up to date on what's going on with it and stuff, and that helps too. Bruno has his favorite. I have my favorite, which is the QQQs.
Yeah, I mean, you got them all up. You got 20 million screens up, so you can watch all of them at the same time.
But I don't really. I mean, even though it's there, I don't. But I can see the green. Well, that's why I got it there, just so I can see the changes if I'm looking at something. Generally, I'm focused on one, maybe the max 2 stocks, and then if there ain't something there, then I go searching. But I don't jump around. I'm very good at not doing the call out chasing thing anymore.
Yeah.
Don't chase call outs. Don't chase hot stock tips from.
I was about to ask you, do you ever
your cousin's
trade
brother.
Any of them in the middle of the day? Have you ever tried doing that?
Yeah, I try. When I got into this, my goal was to have more freedom of time versus sitting in front of a computer screen for 12 to 14 hours a day like we do.
Yeah.
I like...
Don't knock it, buddy.
Now, if I have a successful morning and have met or exceeded my goal for the day, yes, I'm limiting my income potential, but 61 years old. Come on, my clock's ticking down. I only got so much time left. You got to take advantage of it. No, but no, I like the freedom of time, being able to go do what I want to do. Like today, I traded till 10, and I had some run around, go over town. When I say over town, I live 15 minutes from a town, so it's a drive to get there. So, and it's just a little 1-horse, 2 traffic light town to start with. So yeah, I like the freedom of time. Well, I got to get going here. I got to get my gear together.
Well, I mean, does anybody else have anything to add?
Okay. Yeah.
Anybody else want to come up on the panel? Mark, have a good one, baby. Thank you for hanging out with us as usual and being such a big part of the aftermarket. Did he already go? Damn! Did you guys see that?
He's like, I'm out.
Mark out. Deuces. Damn. But yeah, I mean, do you have anything else to add? Anything
he
you
left
want to
as fast. He left as fast as how he exits trades.
I know. I'm proud of myself for doing that today. I was tempted to sit in ROI this morning, and I made my little $15 and got the hell out of Dodge. I mean, you do get FOMO because it continued to run for a little bit, but once I said, you know what, no, because every time I do this, I end up losing. I sit in it too long and it ends up going back down, and then I get hopium. And then you really can get hopium with stocks because you don't have the theta and gamma thing to worry about. So it's like, okay, at some point it'll come up. I don't have any expiration. I'll just wait until that happens. Meanwhile, your account's bleeding, So it's like you got to learn how to cut it off, But that's my biggest lesson this year that I want to work on is stop staying in trades too long. When you got green, get that green. If it looks like it's topping out and you've got that, you don't have a support line drawn, you don't know what's going on. As soon as you start seeing a couple red candles, get the L out of there. Get out. Take that green. Anything else you want to add, Bruno?
Quick question.
Yeah.
Here. If I purchase 5 contracts, which that's something that I think something stupid I did today. I purchased 5 contracts, and I don't know. I'm just worried how how it works, the whole contract thing. When you buy the contract, buy a call, right? For expiration in a couple of weeks.
Okay. So you brought up
Right.
5 contracts for like a 2-week expiration out?
Yeah, that's it. Correct.
Okay, and what stock was it?
It was Neo.
Okay. So,
Yeah, that's it.
I mean, if you want to take this, but in my opinion, I think that's not bad. I mean, if you can't afford to do 90 days out, at least you brought yourself more than just a couple of days. I would probably go out a little bit further than that, but at least you brought yourself some time so that if Neo takes a dip, you're giving it time to come back up, and you have the ability to shed. So I don't know, Bruno, what do you think?
I mean, I caught the end of that. I didn't catch the first part because I was actually getting really close to the speakers to hear what he was saying. So you bought Neo how far out?
But
2 weeks.
It was 2 weeks. Let's say 2 weeks.
2 weeks, okay. And your goal was
Yeah.
to do what with it? I missed the.
I'll be right back.
I wanted to get at least 90 days, but I double checked after the
Expensive.
market closed.
It's too expensive going 90 days out.
It was more actually. It was right what I had to settle.
It's what money?
So I didn't want
the
to
money,
go
the
that
money
far.
that you had that was already settled in your account.
Yeah,
Yeah.
correct.
So you only had a certain amount of money, so you only went 2 weeks. I mean, listen, you buy, the more expensive it is, the more time you have to kind of wait for the stock to rebound. But it's also dangerous. It's still dangerous. 2 weeks. 2 weeks is, if I was me, I would, if I had left it overnight, I'm looking to get out of it the next day. I'm not holding on and waiting, because the longer you wait, the longer you hold it, it just keeps. and the stock doesn't come up to the price you want, it's going to deteriorate. Data decay is going to play.
Am I able to shred it? Like,
Are you able to shed it? Yeah, you're able to shed. Yeah.
Yeah.
You said how many contracts? 10?
it's
Oh,
fine.
it's 5. Yeah, you can
Five.
shed. I mean,
Yeah.
let's take a look at that real quick. Hold on, because I want to see what your mindset was. Hold on. Let me pull up Neo. You bought it today?
Yeah. Good. Exciting.
All right. And you bought puts or calls? Calls, I'm assuming.
Calls. Yes.
And what time did you buy it?
At what time?
And just for the folks that are at home, you should always kind of have this information ready to go, because you need to know where you're headed and when you got in and where you're getting out. So that way you know exactly what you paid for it, your average cost price.
I already
you know
know.
your- Go ahead.
Around 10:20
10:20.
in the morning. 10:30.
10:20 in the morning. Okay. So yeah, I mean, it's a little, 10:20. It still showed some promise to the upside. It was above VWAP. It was already on its. I mean, you were a little late to the party on the EWO entry. Actually, correction. Hold on, that was the 5-minute. Let me go back. Yourself some more time.
I'm eating on the grapes. I grabbed a bag of chips. LOL! Exclamation point.
10:20 is hot.
Oh.
10:20.
I was putting that in the chat actually.
Listen, nobody wants to hear about your chips.
I'm eating chips. I feel bad. I'm
Yeah,
still eating grapes.
so on a 2-minute EWO, I mean, it's a little late to the party. At that point, you were taking a chance. The EWO kind of curled over, kind of came back down, and then at 10:20, if I were to eliminate everything else after 10:20 on the EWO, it was still curling down. So that could have gone against you, as long as you knew that you were going to exit out, or you were taking a chance to the upside and exit out at VWAP. 10:20, and then at some point, did you ever go green?
Actually, no.
Because at 10:20, I mean, even with that expiration being a little bit further out, I mean, it did climb up. The stock did climb up to 1666. Actually, it went even higher, went a penny higher, 1667. So at some point, it should have turned green on you, and you were in calls.
Yeah, I think that I had to live in the middle of the day, and I came back. So I should have. I messed up. I did something stupid throughout the whole day.
Yeah. But you were in calls, though, right? You were in
Yeah,
calls.
sorry. I'm looking, see here, calls at 10. Let's see. January 24th. Neo calls, 5 calls,
What was your strike price?
10.
Shout out to 100 Watts 1. I love it. They said, oh my God, call out groups are trash. This place is the real deal. The videos actually teach you how to trade. This place is amazing. Shout out to you, brother or sister. Welcome. Click that link to join the group. Pin right to the top. Go ahead, Bruno.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at it at a strike price of 10. That would have put you way in the money on calls. So I don't know why you would. I mean, if you left, I could see taking your eyes off of it. Eventually, it went red. But you're going 10 strike 10 at a 15. Now it's at 15.95. You bought way. Well, I would call it way in the money. You bought at least 3 strikes down. I do see the open interest of 30, and you notice that at 7.5, there's no open interest, so there's nobody sitting there with contracts on calls at 7.5. But there is at least 30 sitting there for a strike of 10. Obviously, now that everything has shifted because the stock is obviously, it came back down below way below VWAP. I'm looking at it now. But I mean, let this be a lesson or valuable lesson for you. I mean, one, you can't walk away from a trade unless you have a stop in, and even when the stop's in place, it's still not guaranteed. So you always gotta be within range to, or with, I guess you call it, with an earshot or with an eye shot, to be able to see what the stock is doing. Because if this thing comes back down and triggers your stop, then at least you're protected. But now you're sitting in it with 2 weeks to go. The good news is it's not far from where it was, so it's not like it plummeted off the face of the earth. But like we always say, hope is not a strategy. And today was a weird day, a weird down day for a lot of stocks. But if it recovers, the stock obviously is going to have to work hard to get up to at least above VWAP. Obviously, when the market opens tomorrow, VWAP will be positioned a little bit different, a little bit lower because the stock is lower. So once it does come back up to that roughly that $16.50 range, if everybody's looking at home, $16.50, that still doesn't mean you'll break even at $16.50 because you need your deltas, your gammas to accelerate and get you back up to at least to be profitable. But yeah, I like I said, I wouldn't. 2 weeks out is better than having the last 3 days of this week out to expire. So you're not in horrible shape, but at the same time, there should be no reason why you don't have yourself stop in place, so that way you're protected. So you don't put yourself in this position to hope that the stock will come back up to that previous level. Let me look at some historical data to go back to see. Stock's been at 1730. But then if you notice, if you go back even further, NEO's been on a downward trend the last 3 days, at least the last 3 trading days. So previously it was around $20, $21 for like 3 days in a row, roughly. And then after that, it took a nosedive off a cliff, and now it's back at the 16 range. Doesn't mean it won't see those levels again, but right now it's on a downward trend. So just be very cautious. If tomorrow it opens up at a higher price and you have the chance to get out, I would definitely get. I mean, I can't advise you to tell you what to do, but I can give you my opinion. My opinion would be not to be holding on to.
No, as a lesson,
It to come back up to $20 range.
as a lesson.
Let me see if there's any news. Yeah. Go ahead.
What would be the procedure if I were to shred it out, or just like you say the term, just get out completely out of those 5 trades? Is that possible?
So I mean, I said 10 before. I think you said 5. You have 5. So like I said, if it can retrace tomorrow, obviously the market's still open right now, but it hasn't been doing much in the. Is this thing not tradable in the after? Hold on a second. Let me look.
I think it is. Shout out to Juan and shout out to Steve-O. Thank you guys for the tips. I appreciate you so much. Helps keeps the lights on.
Yeah, it says 1603. Once you get up to minimize your loss, if this thing can retrace, you're gonna have to keep a good eye on it tomorrow morning in the pre-market or when the bell opens to see if it can retrace back up, and then you can shed half of your position size to minimize some of the loss if you don't want to risk going up. But I'm gonna tell you right now, I was just looking quickly over the news. It looks like there was a price downgrade or a price target downgrade. But it was only $1 difference, which isn't a huge difference, but it was downgraded down to a 20 price target. Is anything else in the news that might be excited for people to invest in NEO?
Shoot, just the sheer fact that it's so inexpensive and it's an electric car company that's got a new battery technology. I mean, it's worth buying a few shares, in my opinion.
All right, here we go. So weekly report of NEO last week. NEO had an overall loss of negative 22%, 22.6%. Stock moved from 2093 to 1618. Last week's high was 2093. The low was 1586. A cumulative volume of only 7.8 million. So,
Wait a minute. The last time I looked at it, it was $9. It's up to 15 now, and had hit 20.
That's
not $9 most recently. We're talking about NEO, right? NEO, NEO.
Neo, N-I-O.
And I.
Oh.
I'm like, dude, when the hell did Neo go to $23? I'm sleeping that shit.
That was like last year.
He said Neo. I'm thinking NEO.
Right. You know
Might
you're not
be
gonna
a
live
whole
that
new-
down, right?
No thing.
How can you not know what Neo is?
No, the crazy part is I'm rattling off stock prices. Nobody's telling me. It's just like, okay, so $9.
That was the kicker right there when you said the price. I'm like, wait a minute, when did Neo go to? Okay,
It makes sense though.
right.
Well, there you go. Anybody trading Neo? That's your analysis for that.
Make it work.
Yeah, that sucker's down too.
And you straight up looked it up, looked at history.
Yeah.
We gotta get on him. Well, I was getting ready to say Marlo for Miranda and Arlo.
All right, so this is okay. So I thought you had made a better decision. Again, I'm not beating you up. I'm just giving you my observation. So yeah, 10-20 going in on calls, still super dangerous. That thing is hugging VWAP. So I wouldn't have touched this, especially on a downward trend for most of the day. As a matter of fact, the whole day. And I wouldn't have touched it. I wouldn't have touched calls right away until I got some clear, decisive direction back to the upside. But yeah, hugging VWAP like that 50-50 shot. It's either gonna, especially at VWAP like that. So then I would have definitely 1000% would have exited this trade because it never even broke above VWAP throughout the rest of the day.
Yeah.
So yeah, let's see. Aftermarket looks like 852. It's hanging out. So yeah, so when the market opens tomorrow, take a look to see if it can get you back up to that 850, 860 range, and see if you can start shedding some if you can. Just my observation.
Yeah. Now, I see the detail that messed me up was the whole 2 weeks. If we're talking about 90 days, that's a bigger window of opportunity because nobody knows what could have happened, but hoping for the best and still hoping.
Yes, but the theta decay is going to be much less over 90 days. So it doesn't mean that you have to hold on to it up until 90 days. You can get out tomorrow. You can get out the next day, 3 days. You can wait for another week and still hold on to it to see if it makes a move to the upside. It just protects you in the long run from theta decay. That's essentially what the 90 days is going to do. So it minimizes what the contract's worth, minimizes the decay on the contract is worth. All right, that's essentially what it's doing. That's what the 90 days is for. It's not that you're going to hold on to it for 90 days. You're just giving yourself
a little bit at peace.
Say it again.
There are people that trade the same day with 90 days, right?
Yeah. But
thank you, Bruno.
There's still people that use a stop too. So gotta stop yourself out.
I'm not using my phone anymore.
No, don't use your phone.
So that was the lesson for today, to me at least.
Well, we all benefited from it. So thank you for that, Bruno.
Thank you.
As always, a wealth of information. So much patience, even though you went full on the wrong stuff.
Even though I'm analyzing the wrong stock.
Oh, that was funny. That was cool.
Because you said a car company. I was like, that didn't say no car company.
Man. Oh, man. Well, as usual, another awesome aftermarket in the books. I want to thank everybody for coming and hanging out with us and asking great questions and making great comments. Thanks once again for the tips that I got. I appreciate that. All of you that have not clicked that link to go join American Dream Trading, that have never been in here before, please go explore the website and pick yourself up a membership. I think he's even still got a 5-day free trial going for the monthly. So it can't hurt you to at least try the service out. If you like what you see here, go click that link and join. Bruno, thanks for being here, man. I appreciate you. Victoriano, thank you for being here. Love you guys. And we can do this all again mañana.
Thank you.
See you guys.
We gotta see some new faces up here tomorrow.
Yeah, man. We got to get some new meat up here. All right. Peace and blessings, everybody.